Hey everyone, it's Gary here, and today I want to talk about split testing. Now, this is something that everyone knows they should do, everyone talks about doing, most people even will claim to do it all the time, but the reality is almost nobody is doing it. Now, this might not be as true for people using CloudNet 360 because we make split testing so easy to use, you almost have to use it. And in fact, if you're not using it, you're really leaving a ton of money on the table. And here are two examples that I want to show you, because if you look at the example on the left, you'll see that just by changing the subject line a little bit, we were able to actually double our open rate with nothing more than a subject line change. And if you look at the verbiage, you'll see that the words are almost the same. They're just rearranged a little bit and, tweaked, but in essence, it's the same message. And this is the importance behind split testing, because what you think is going to be the same or what you think isn't going to matter really does matter. And you can look at the numbers and see 24% versus 48%. That's a massive increase in your open rate. So these are the things you learn by split testing. And again, when you look at the other split test that we've run recently, and you see that subject line number 1 is 36%, subject line number 3 was only at 16%. So that more than doubles your open rate just by changing the subject line. And again, look at the difference in the verbiage. Subject line number 3, which didn't work, was Soccer Speed Intensive - Soccer Lab Speed Camp. And the one that worked more than double was Soccer Lab Summer Camp Speed Intensive. They're almost all identical words. They were just shuffled around a little bit differently. And we ended up with an open rate over double. And that's why you have to split test. Now, there are other systems out there. And what I want to show you is how you split test an Aweber. But the reality is I didn't even know how to do it because it's all hidden. You have to go find this hidden page according to what I looked up on Google. So instead of showing you how to do it in Aweber, because like I said, I don't even know how to do it. I'm not an expert at it. I actually had to Google it just to find it. And you'll see that there is a way to do it. There are hidden pages. You just have to find the hidden pages. But even after you find the hidden pages, look what you have to go through. First, you have to navigate to the correct page. Then you've got to take all these settings and get them done correctly and designate the messages and then set up the message and then create the message and then send the message. And it's step after step after step just to create a split test. Well, it's no wonder people don't actually do it. On the other hand, watch how easy it is for me to create a split test in a CloudNet 360 account. So I'm just going to come into a demo account. I'll come into my CRM and I'll go to my content library. And I'm going to create a new email. Now you see this button here, it says split test. And literally that's all you have to do to create a split test. So first I'll name my content. And now I'll create my split test. Just click the button. And you can go on and on and on. There is no limit to the number of subject lines you can use and the number of split tests that you can do against each other. So if you just use 2 subject lines, it'll be an A-B split test. If you use 3 subject lines, it'll be an A versus B versus C split test. And of course, if you use 4, it'll be A, B, C, D, and on and on and on. You can put as many subject lines into your split test as you can think of. So typically what we'll do is have a minimum of 3, usually 4, and typically 5 different subject lines going out for every single email. And what that does over time is it really makes you a smarter marketer. You really start to see some trends. You start to see what people are reacting to and what they ignore. In the case of CloudNet 360, we've discovered that one of the most powerful phrases we can use as a lead-in for our subject line is new feature. People love opening up emails and learning about the new features that we're adding into CloudNet 360. And it makes sense as a user. You want to know what updates have been done to the system, what's new, what's something that you can put into your marketing arsenal and help you sell more. Now, there's other businesses that we've run that would be just the opposite. More fear of losing out, more scarcity type of subject lines that actually get a much stronger response. Every single business is going to be different. There's no possible way that you can ever take someone else's split test and put it into your business and have it work as accurately as when you're doing your own split testing and formulating your own split tests and discovering what the results are from those split tests. So when you get a book or some other tip sheet or whatever about split testing, it's a good starting point, but that's all it is a starting point. It might create some best practices or some launching pad for you to begin with, but you need to be out there split testing each and every time, and even better when you can do multiple split tests from one email. If you're not using CloudNet 360 today, I think you can see that this is the easiest and fastest way that you're going to split test your email marketing. And if you are using CloudNet 360, I certainly hope you're taking advantage of this feature and you're split testing every single email that you send out and then looking at the data to discover what your audience is responding to and give them more of what they want. This is Gary with CloudNet 360, helping you sell more faster.